how to plan a high school reunion. Most high school reunions gather together classmates every 5 or 10 years after graduation. They usually take place in the same city of the high school, which allows old friends and acquaintances to get reacquainted with one another, even if they have moved far away. A high school reunion is a great opportunity to have fun and reminisce. However, it takes many hours of thought and planning to ensure that everything runs smoothly. Before going into the details, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Organizing a planning committee to load article. Begin at least 1 year in advance. High school reunions involve a lot of coordination. There are venues to reserve, catering to organize, and dates to save. To ensure that you leave yourself enough time to plan a great reunion, begin to organize your committee at least 12 months prior to your reunion date. You do not want to have to rush or slap together a reunion at the last minute. Keep in mind that high school graduates can disperse quite widely. Your committee members might live in other states or even other countries. Some classmates might have changed their names. The earlier you begin assembling your committee, the more time you will have to reach out to the appropriate people. Contact your high school's alumni office. Many high schools have an alumni office. If the alumni office handles reunions, they might be able to assist you with the reunion planning. If they do not typically handle reunions, they might be able to assist you in other ways, such as by providing contact information for your classmates or suggesting local venues. Before making any official decisions, talk to your high school administrators about how other class reunions were handled and about whether there are any class gifts you can use to help fund your reunion. Reach out to designated committee members. Some high schools appoint a reunion committee prior to high school graduation. For example, many high schools ask their class president or student council members to take on the role of reunion planning. If your high school has already appointed a reunion committee, you will simply have to get in touch with the right people. Write them an email or begin a phone chain to get the ball rolling on your reunion plan. If you have lost touch with other members of your reunion committee, contact an administrator at your old high school. Many high schools maintain an alumni contact list. Recruit a reunion committee. Some high schools do not appoint a reunion committee prior to graduation, and sometimes pre-designated reunion committee members are unable to fulfill their roles. In this case, you will have to formulate your own high school reunion committee. Send an email to your high school class list or use a Facebook group to ask for volunteers who can help with this important task. Remember that the best planning committee members will have the following traits. Planning committee members should be able to devote at least 5 to 10 hours per month on reunion tasks during the 12 months leading up to the reunion. Members should be able to devote significantly more time during the final 4 to 6 weeks before the reunion. A planning committee should be diverse and represent students with a variety of interests. You do not want your planning committee to be cliquish or exclusive. A high school reunion is for everyone. A committee should be large enough to allow tasks to be delegated to several members but small enough to be manageable. A committee size of 3 to 12 members is ideal, depending on high school class size. Having one committee member for every 25 class members is a good rule of thumb. Committee members should be organized people who can multitask effectively. Delegate tasks. A high school reunion involves a lot of moving parts. A single person cannot handle all these roles in addition to their other responsibilities in life. Use task delegation in order to make sure that everybody on the committee is pulling his or her weight. Try to divide tasks fairly evenly. You should try to stick to your designated tasks as much as possible, while remaining flexible in case a task proves to be particularly difficult or time-consuming for your committee member. Your committee will likely need to appoint specific members to handle the following tasks. A committee chair who helps keep committee meetings on track. A secretary who takes and communicates meeting notes and maintains a meeting calendar. A communications team that gathers contact information for classmates and sets up a website, Facebook group, an email list to notify classmates of the reunion. An events team to scout possible venues and research vendors, caterers, bartenders, DJs, photographers, hotels, etc. A financial subcommittee who manages the budget and handles registration, ticket sales, and donations. A decorating committee who helps set up, decorate, and clean up the reunion space. A welcome committee who staffs the reunion event itself, greets attendees, and manages volunteers who help staff the event. An activities coordinator who helps plan entertainment surrounding the reunion, such as a class softball game, outing, or other events. Create a tentative meeting schedule. One of your committee members should be in charge of setting a meeting schedule to keep everyone on the same page. Decide to meet at predetermined intervals and put them in your calendar right away. Aim to meet twice a month while you are in the early stages of the planning process, 2 to 12 months before the reunion, and once a week in the final 2 months before the reunion. If your committee members live in other cities or states, use video chats or conference calls to keep one another updated appropriately. Create a tentative timeline. Some tasks are more important than others, and some tasks have to be done before other tasks can be completed. It is therefore important that your committee develops a sensible timeline to allow your reunion planning to run smoothly. Every reunion is different, but the following timeline is a good starting point. 12+ months in advance, organize planning committee, create tentative budget, open a bank account, gather classmate names and contact information, begin to narrow down a reunion date, contact your high school, propose several venue options, 6 to 12 months in advance, finalize event date, finalize budget, book venue and key vendors, caterer, photographer, etc., promote event to classmates, determine ticket pricing, look for missing classmate contact information, 2 to 6 months in advance, sell tickets and gather RSVPs, continue promoting the event, order any special decorations or souvenirs, gather supplies for the event, recruit volunteers to help assist with the event, final 2 months, finalize guest list, provide final counts to your vendors, assemble decorations and other supplies, such as nama tags, confirm your vendors, email reminders to your guests, finalize a registration procedure, decorate the space, provide specific schedule of the reunion day to your volunteers and guests, assembling an invite list and load article, set up a master list of class members. You will be gathering a lot of information from a lot of people. It will be important for you to keep everything organized so that your invitations get sent to the correct parties. Create a spreadsheet that you can continue to update as you gather names, addresses, and email addresses. The following categories should be included in your spreadsheet: current name of the classmate, former name of the classmate, if relevant, classmate's spouse or domestic partner, classmate's address, classmate's email address, classmate's phone number, classmate's social media contact information. Talk to your high school's alumni office. Most high schools maintain a detailed list of their graduates, including name changes and updated contact information. Your first step to developing a thorough invite list is to gather a list of all your class members from your school. This will likely provide the bulk of the names, email addresses, and addresses you will require. Examine your yearbooks. It is possible that your school's alumni office will leave off a few names for members of your class. Compare the list from the alumni office to your old yearbooks. Note any discrepancies between the two lists and add names from the yearbook to your contact list. Create a Facebook reunion group. Facebook is a great way to keep track of former classmates as they move and change names. Set up a Facebook group early on and invite as many of your former classmates as you can find. Encourage group members to track down their friends and acquaintances from your class. Hopefully word will spread that a reunion is imminent. The Facebook group is a way to assemble an invite list as well as update class members about how the reunion planning is going. Be sure to send the group relevant updates in order to boost excitement.